Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Drinking Wine at 9. My name is Mats, and why are we drinking wine at 9? Because we can, and that's how we do it. I have a returning guest today. Her name is Kim Tafoya, and these Italian wines are represented from her Flamingo portfolio. So it's all about Italy this morning, Kim, so let's take it away.
So we're showcasing the Zeni wines. They're from the Veneto area, which is northern Italy, up by Venice and Verona. They are east of Lake Garda, which Lake Garda is the largest lake in Italy. And at the top, it's Switzerland and Austria, and to the east is Slovenia and Croatia across the Adriatic Sea.
Correct.
So Zeni has been making wine since 1870, and their relative Noni Zeni.
150 years?
Yeah, they've been around for a little bit.
Yeah.
Started the wines. Currently, right now, the three descendants, Fausto, Federica, and another sister, and I'm not getting her name.
Elena.
And
then you have Mama Maria Rosa.
Correct.
Still
are
living.
the three
right.
that are carrying on the tradition. So we're going to start with the Zeni Lugana. So it's 100% Trebbiano is the grape. And it says Trebbiano di Lugana. So that means it's specifically from the Lugana area, which again is just east of Lake Garda, up at the top of the country of Italy.
This is such a great expression of the Bartolino winery because it has such depth and layers. And I often forget about a Trebbiano because it is so unique and tasty and refreshing. I embrace this. It's a DOC, which is a very high rating in Italy, and it's so clean.
It is. It's really clean. You get a lot of almost like white peach.
A little Meyer lemon, some
Crisp.
hibiscus, a little red delicious apples.
Right. Bright. I am making a Chilean sea bass this evening, and I'm going to take the rest of the bottle home with me.
Yes, you are.
To enjoy with the Chilean sea bass. But these are meant to be consumed with or without food. Obviously, food is going to enhance the flavors of it, but it's so crisp and bright, and just a lovely wine to enjoy on its own as well.
And so affordable because I always say Sheila has these on sale, and it's just a beautiful representation of some Italian wines. And we are going to go into the first red.
So we are now on the Zeni Costalago. And Costalago, the picture on it is like a picture of Lake Garda, that's what it is, that Elena drew when she was a child, and her father liked it so much they have kept it on the label. It is 70% Corvina.
Right.
There's a little bit of a grape called Corvione, Cab, and Merlot. And it's just meant to be consumed pizza, pasta, red meat, everyday drinking again as well.
Yes.
Very nicely priced. It got 91 points this particular vintage from James Suckling.
Gorgeous, gorgeous color. A little tannic, a little dry. It's from Verona, and if you know your Shakespearean history, Romeo and Juliet were from Verona, just like this wine. And it's so flavorful. I love the blend.
It is. It's really lovely. And they do actually take some of the Corvina grapes and they do dry a little bit of them.
Okay.
So the purpose of drying the grapes is and we'll get into that when we get into Amarone, is it concentrates the sugars and brings out more flavor. So then what they do is they dry them on drying racks, and then they bring it back in and squeeze it again to get the juice from it, and then add it into it, so which can add to the richness and the tannin structure.
Sure. And I like that because it's not sucking the moisture out of your mouth like a Barolo or a Brunello or an Amarone. It still has a flavor, and it's very palatable.
Yes.
And very affordable. The color is almost a brick red. It's just really indicative of an Italian wine. I don't want to sugarcoat it, but this is true to form.
Right. And then you get on the nose, you get like the dark red fruits that go on with it, but the The mouthfeel is, well, there is tannin, it's very juicy
Yes.
as well. So it's great, going to be great with your red sauce.
Sure. A little fruit forward, but it's not biting by any means. It's just very clean, expressive, tasty, and good for a little bit chillier weather, baseball, opening week.
Like today with the snow on the grass.
Sure.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to think that it's still spring, but this would pair beautifully with anything out of the oven
correct.
or off the stovetop. Which, Kim, brings us to our last DOCG.
Amarone.
This beautiful Amarone.
So it's barrique, which means that it's more traditional in American palate. Both Italy makes a classico and the barrique style.
Sure.
So the barrique style is a little bolder, a little bigger. The big deal with Amarone is, again, they dry the grapes. So they dry 40 to 50% of the grapes. They put them on drying racks between 60 to 120 days. And then again, bring them back in, and then they do the blending. It's Corvina,
Rondinella.
Rondinella, and Corvione are the 3 grapes that are included in it. And this is a 2016.
Mm-hmm. And showing nicely
It's-
for 9 years old.
And Amarones will age
Yeah.
very
Oh,
well. And they're going to
absolutely.
change as they age a little bit, maybe open up, get a little softer. This is, again, more that kind of brick red color, maybe a little less red, and
Sure,
maybe
sure.
a little more garnet kind of
Or
it.
burgundy.
Yeah.
And I like it because you can almost taste the raisins. You can almost taste the brandy. It's not port or sherry by any means, but it has that same depth and quality that you can expect from those, and that's the definition of a true Amarone.
And Amarones have to be a minimum of 14%
Alcohol.
alcohol. I'm not sure where I got that from. And so this meets that standard. DOCG is the highest level of regulation that any wine from Italy can go through. It's a minimum of 4 years of aging.
Right.
So it's absolutely beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous. It would pair with any steak or chop or meat or Italian dish that you could think of.
Or a little lamb.
Sure.
You could do some
Ossobuco,
lovely
pasta.
ossobuco.
And I have to
steaks.
give credit to Fausto. He's the winemaker. He knows everything about Italian wine there is to make, and these really are indicative of his style and flavor profile.
Right. And that the generations have passed down.
And it's still family owned and operated.
Right.
Everybody started with Nino and continues to this day. So Kim, thank you for introducing these amazing, and they are amazing Italian wines. And I have to thank all of my listeners and viewers out there for voting Argonaut Best Liquor Store 8 years running
Ooh.
from the Westward, because we appreciate you and your business. So thank you again. And seriously, we want you to come and discover these Italian wines. And if you see myself or Kim in the aisles, stop us and we'd be glad to help. So Kim, thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
Ciao, and we'll see everybody
Grazie.
soon. See.